Hey everyone, how are you today? Happy Monday, which sounds kind of like counterintuitive. Well, Mondays never bothered me. I don't know why. It did suck that your weekend's over, of course, but it always made me feel like, great, this is a new start. I know that sounds like rah, 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 but hey, man, you got to be rah, rah. Well, welcome to Tarot at 12. This is a 1-hour show doing free live tarot readings. Donations do take priority and donation questions are read first. If you're interested in that option, I do have a link in my description, and you're welcome to make a donation. It is certainly not required, but if you are tired of waiting or if you just want to guarantee it, there's your option. Want to say hello to a few people. Martin, going to try and beat the rush with today's question. Martin, I have to tell you, my next door neighbor came over Wednesday night, or maybe it was Thursday morning. Her kitty got out, and he's an indoor cat. He's a 1.5 years old. He does have all of his claws, but he's never been outside. So, Martin, I've already put a bubble around this poor kitty. His name is Milo. If you could as well, let's all send a little positive safety and warmth for little Milo. I'm very worried about him. It is cold here in Illinois, so it is getting cold. And yeah, and we have a lot of stray cats in the area, so I'm hoping he's not, getting bullied by the other cats in their leather jacket with their cigarettes hanging out of their mouth with their muscles, right? Seriously, though, everybody please say a little prayer for Milo. Let's get going. I was about to say hello to everybody, but I do see a lot of questions here, so I'm going to get moving. Jo Beth, how are you? Patricia, Ritz Ready. So good to see you all. Please know that if I don't greet you personally, it's not personal, and I don't mean to be offensive. I'm just super busy with the readings, meaning I'm very focused. So I pretty much only check the chat in between readings. Sometimes I do look for some feedback and so forth, but, please don't be offended. I do check the chat after the show, and I do see you, and I do appreciate you. Let's do Martin's question first. He beat the rush, but also we have very strong animal energy, Martin and I. So let's get this going. We need. Oh, you've got another question about another animal. Oh, all right. Remember we talked about that bubble? I'm going to put a bubble around your seagull, and please, you put a bubble around Milo. Bubble is to protect and keep them safe and bring them home. All right, guys, I had the Arcanum Tarot spread out today with my clear quartz to open up the energy. Let me read the rest of your question here, Martin. Is it possible to help the seagull I saw last week at the service station that had a swollen lump on his ankle? Oh, will he be okay? Can we send help somehow? Well, first of all, send the bubble. In your mind, put a bubble over him. My bubble, and do whatever you feel right, but my bubble has like glitter in it. So it's like white, and it has sparkly silver glitter. Sometimes it's white glitter, and I put it around people to keep them safe, to make sure they're brought home. We're going to use the Crow Tarot for this. I think it's appropriate with birds. All right, guys, we all got to think good thoughts for this seagull too. I love animals so much. I would say it sounds horrible, but I probably love animals more than people. Animals, anybody who is kind of defenseless, animals, elderly people, children, mentally challenged people. I am always sticking up for the underdog. I hate bullies, and I have a pretty big mouth, so I will set a bully straight so fast that you won't even know what happened. All right, so let's put a bubble and let's find out what's going on with our seagull. Let's see what's going on with our seagull. One more shuffle. Swollen lump on his ankle. Poor little guy. Send him help. All right, let's see. Let's see. Is this seagull going to be okay? What's going on with his ankle? We need to send some help. Now, I don't know where you live or what kind of things are available to you, but there's usually some wildlife protection places. I assume you're somewhere near the water, being with a seagull. Although here in Illinois, we have seagulls too, so they apparently like parking lots and garbage, which is so sad too. But anyway, I don't know if there's a wildlife protection center where you are. Okay, this is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is telling me that this birdie is probably younger, probably is fighting to, heal. This is not a heated, angry type of fight. I mean, if you look at these birds, they're fighting with wands. It can be about conflict sometimes, depending on the other cards and the question. But in this case, it also means practicing, getting things in order, getting stronger. Love it. As our general energy, I love that popped up. Let's find out what else is going on. Oh, the Magician, the Devil, and our Seven of Swords. Okay. So remember, this is our overall energy, guys. It is kind of overseeing the reading. So remember, this is about getting, building skills, walking through. Now, this is the Magician. The Magician is about a new opportunity, planting the seed for things. Now, the Magician has all of the suits available at his disposal. He can make anything happen. He's got cups, which is emotion. He's got swords, which is thoughts and ideas. He's got pentacles, which is health, wealth. And he's also got wands, which is energy and growth. So what's going on here? Health. Creating that, that healing, working on it, getting that healed, whether it's walking, whether it's, through just the regular body antibodies, things like that, working on the infection. We had a bird here. I feed the birds and we have a ton of them. And we had one that had a weird leg and it was walking sideways. It learned how to walk on its one leg and just kind of pull it behind it. He was right in there with all the others. I'm not kidding. I have hundreds of birds here in the morning. And kept him, he just continued to eat. He was just like one of the others. So sometimes it's about adapting. Now, this is the Devil. This tells me, now the devil, guys, never be afraid of the devil. It's never about the devil. It's not evil. It's not bad news all the time. It could be depending on what's going on. But in this case, it is good news. It's about freeing yourself of something that's holding you back. What's holding him back? He's got something going on with his leg. He's creating that good health. Whether somebody is helping, just literally helping, or whether or not it's his own body fighting it off, or time, or whatever, freeing himself from that limitation, walking, or the pain, or whatever he might be feeling. Now, here we have our Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is kind of about something being left behind. So I think this is going to be a thing of the past. I do think that, there is a little work to be done. I mean, healing and things like that. It would be more likely if because he is a bird. It's not like he can call the doctor or do some physical therapy, things like that. I am thinking that it's more potentially it's maybe he fell, maybe he got in a fight, maybe he's got an infection. Those are not good, but that's something that his body would fight off. And our Magician says that his body can fight it off. Here's the fight. This is freeing himself. That's getting better. And this is leaving that life behind, that life of discomfort or inability to fight for food or whatever, seagulls do. Let's get an endgame card. That's great news, but it's leaving me a little unsatisfied. So let's pull the bottom of the deck and see what we get. The Sun. He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine, honey. The Sun. Look at this. Look at this bird. Look at him. He's flying away with a red little thing in his mouth, and he's on the white horse. He's not a naked baby, as we always joke about, but he's riding on the horse. He's got the sun. This is about optimism. This is about success. This is about hope. So I'm thinking things are going to go well in terms of the bottom or the end result. I mean, I think that it's working. It's being fought off by, your white blood cells. I don't know quite the biology of a bird, but I would assume it's something like that. So yes. Now, as far as can we send help, the cards did not say anything about help. I did not get the Six of Pentacles. I did not get, the helping cards like the Five of Pentacles. So I would maybe do like I suggested, try calling the wildlife protection. Be careful, do some research. Those are a wonderful organization to help. But just make sure you're calling the right organization, because some of them are euthanizing and they aren't about recovery release type of situation. Check it out. Not sure what you have where you are, but look into that and just make sure it's a recover and release kind of thing, not a euthanize and put him out of his misery thing, Oh, Martin, good luck. I'm putting a bubble. Yep. Oh, here, I didn't even see your other comment. It was limping and seemed infected. Yep, his body's working on it. Oh, Martin, I hope it goes well. I'm putting a bubble. And also, would you please put your bubble or whatever it is that speaks to you around Milo, the cat next door who has run away. Oh, I'm so sad. I woke up almost in tears today. All right. Makadazi, hello, how are you? And right as I clicked on that one, I do see I have a donation. This, I believe, okay, I think I know who it's from. I'm going to get to that really right after this. I do a pop. Hey, where'd it go? What's going on? Where did it go? There we go. Since I already called it out, I don't want to be a teaser, so I am going to go ahead and read Makadazi. Hello. Does Marco see himself being in a committed relationship with me? Ooh, let's look at Tarot in Wonderland. Let's use Tarot in Wonderland. Guys, any of you that are new here, I'd like to say welcome. If you would, I invite you to hit subscribe. I'd love to have you remain a part of our little family we're growing here. But also, I'd like for you to get the notifications. I do a lot of other cool things. I put out videos all the time, pick-a-cards, deck reviews, relationship warriors. I have a series on that. So hit the notification bell, and that way you can stay apprised. Marco. Are you going to be in a committed relationship with Makadazi? Okay, let us find out. Now remember, guys, what I'm doing is the one card to the left is the general energy. It's sort of like the overseer of the rest of the spread. And then the 3 tarot cards will tell us what we need to know. All right, 5 of Cups. So our general energy right now is kind of that something is a little bit out of reach. Doesn't mean it's not ever going to happen, because look at this. We've got our 2 of Cups at the bottom here. She's only trying to reach the ones that she's dropped. So not looking at what she's got and reaching, trying to get more, just feeling sad that it's up top. Let's find out how that applies to the rest of our cards, because remember, that is the overseer. That is my overseer card. Okay. So does Marco see himself as being in a committed relationship? Well, I do think that Marco is kind of at a crossroads, trying to figure out what to do. The 2 of Swords, that is about partnership, duality, but it's also about balance and making decisions. It's kind of about choices. Being Swords, it is also about thoughts and ideas. He is kind of torn between 2 different thoughts, one of which I hope would be, potentially you. But he is kind of stuck there. He doesn't want to see, it doesn't feel like addressing it at this moment. He's got a blindfold on, he's sitting there like Alice is, just not wanting to see it, kind of being pulling back. Now remember, our energy is about not seeing what's there in front of you. Marco's not seeing what's in front of them. Makadazi, possibly. Let's keep going. Our hermit, that's all about kind of being, wise, providing advice, kind of about a soul journey where you're really digging down deep and feeling like you're getting in touch with yourself. Notice our hermit walks alone. Our Hermit walks alone right now. Now we've got our Page of Wands. This is a new message, a new information of some kind about somebody who's kind of wanting to take things to the next level, jump right in. So let's sum it up and put it all together. The Five of Cups energy is showing me that he's not seeing you right now. I mean, if you're already together, it's not like he literally can't see you. But he can't see this going further, not because it's bad, not because something's wrong, but perhaps Marco sees himself as not being tied down or, needing that independence in a relationship. Being independent doesn't mean you can't be with somebody in a relationship. Oh, geez, I forgot to cover that, didn't I? Darn it. Sorry. Anyway, it doesn't mean that you can't be in a relationship. It just means there has to be some independence. Here we've got our page, which is saying, if you give Marco a little chance to be independent, probably have some space, that is possible. A committed relationship is possible, and that's what the page is telling me. So right now, I don't know that Marco is seeing it, but I also am not saying that he doesn't see it. Like it's a no, It's just he's looking at stuff. He's busy looking at other things. Man, I'm going to have to do something about that, aren't I? Oh, geez. I don't know. I'll have to stand up in a second and figure it out. So he's not seeing you. Look at your cups are right here. This is you. But that doesn't mean he won't, because look at our page. Yeah. So right now, I would say that's not on his mind, but the possibility is there. And he might need a little bit of a shot in the arm to say, yes, you still have independence. Does that make sense? All right. Makadazi, good luck. All righty. We do have a donation. Let's see. Look what happened. This is from Martin. Mr. Blackbird just turned up outside your window, and he has Mrs. Blackbird with him. They were coming to see you and thank you. They were thanking you. Oh, my God, that's beautiful. I'm serious. It's going to make me cry. Oh, Martin, that's wonderful. And look, he wanted to say thank you, and he wanted to bring his wife to meet you. Oh, that's the best thing I've heard, and I hope it's also true for our little kitty next door, our neighbor kitty. All righty, let's see now. Thank you so much for your donation, Alyssa. Let me find your question. I thought I saw it, but I don't see it now. So here we go. General reading for Alyssa. Awesome. Thank you so much for your donation. We're going to use the Secret Tarots. Hey, I have an idea of how to block the sun. Hold on. I have an idea. I'm going to put this. Oh, look at that. I am so smart. I am so smart. SMRT. Anybody watch The Simpsons? That's from Simpsons. If you don't, you wouldn't think it's funny, so I won't go on and on. All right, Alyssa. Oh, look, I'm so proud of myself. I have a book thing that it doesn't matter. I got rid of the sun. It's beautiful, but it's very distracting, isn't it? Okay. General reading for Alyssa. What is going on? What should Alyssa know? Okay. Let's find out. Okay. So what are some general things that Alyssa should know, watch out for, be aware of, that sort of a thing? All righty, we have our Eight of Swords, and this is kind of about being in a self-imposed prison. This is about, we were talking about having a blindfold on and not being able to see. Well, this is a different card, and in this deck, she's not wearing a blindfold, but most of the traditional imagery shows her not only trapped by her own thoughts, swords are thoughts, but also not wanting to see, or not being able to see a way out. So that is the general energy. Yeah, usually in most traditional, she has a blindfold on. All right, we've got the Empress. We have our Two of Swords. And we have our Six of Wands. All righty. So the general message, and again, this is general the overseeing card for the rest of these. So the Empress. Again, you're probably feeling something or about to be feeling something where you just don't perhaps know what to do. This might mean with our Empress, I almost said apprentice, with our Empress, something you've been working on, something you're trying to grow. Now that could be something like an actual physical project you're working on, or it could be something that you are working on internally in your relationship, in your own personal growth. This is your limitation though. This is overseeing the whole thing. So the message is coming through strong that, you might be your own worst enemy sometimes, about, holding yourself in this little cage of thoughts, not wanting to see. I mean, look at this card though. She could literally get up and walk right through. See? So no, you're not trapped ever. It's only in your own thoughts. It might be affecting your growth in some area. And here we have our Two of Swords. Notice swords, 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 swords. This card is, if you were listening to that last reading, I held it up and showed you. She usually has a blindfold covering her. Side note, she doesn't want a blindfold on. She doesn't even want clothes on. So I guess that's why. But naked people. Okay. So she's not wanting to see it. This is about being caught between two ideas. What this is really saying to me is perhaps you get kind of bombarded with all the possibilities, and it makes it so you feel like, I don't know what to decide because all the different possibilities. Well, what the Six of Wands is saying is you need to focus in, prioritize, find out what's most important, and tackle everything one at a time. Do things one at a time, day by day, hour by hour, whatever it is that you're working on. And if you're not working on something right at the moment, perhaps you will be. But this is kind of just like saying in general, remind yourself, everything will come one at a time. You have to think one at a time. Do not be our little swords people here, being stuck between two things. Again, swords are thoughts. That's in your head. Now, that's not to say you don't have some legitimate things to think about. I don't mean to imply that. But, either overthinking or just not being able to be decisive. This is the success, though, that you will have if you can just put this away. Turn that over. Stop self-doubting. Trust in yourself. Tackle one thing at a time. And then we've got our Six of Swords. We've got, oh, my phone's ringing. I turned it off. We've got our Wands. This is about victory. Victory. So it looks like something good is going to happen. Maybe once you turn these two cards over, that's when it'll come. Could be a separate event, but I'm thinking it's probably related because this is a mini reading and I do kind of define it in my mind. So yeah, so that's some really solid advice, but this is super positive. What you're working on or what you're going to be working on, whether it's physical or intangible, like in your mind, in your self, development, gonna be good. Gonna be good. Ooh, I love it when there's really specific advice. I love it. Well, good luck, Alyssa, and thank you so much for your donation. All right, my phone threw me off because I have the ringer off and it's just on a buzzer, or the vibrate, and it was vibrating, but it was literally somebody calling me that I don't even know who it was. All righty. Let's see. We do have another donation. Thank you so much. This is from PayPal initial CH. Let me find the bottom here. This is for CH. Night Reader. The Secret Tarot. It's not a secret anymore. I just told the secret. Sunflower Tarot. How are you? Katie H. Okay, I'm looking for CH donation. I'm not seeing you, honey. You might have a different name on YouTube. I know a lot of people do, including myself. So guys, if you donate, if you could write donated in the chat when you do, or on the notes of the PayPal, write your regular name or your YouTube name, just to make it faster. It's okay if you can't. Just makes it go a little faster. Alrighty. URCH, Katie H, how are you? Okay, thank you. That was you. See, again, I don't want to say names out loud. When I first started doing this, it didn't even occur to me, and I feel so horrible. I wish I could rewind time because I was reading it, and then I think somebody commented, oh, don't use my name, and that's what made me realize. I'm like, oh, no. So I don't do it anymore. Anyway, thank you for your donation, Katie. Oh, hello, I sent a donation. You totally did the right thing, and I still took a minute to find it. I wanted to ask, what does my deity want me to know? I'm trying to learn how to channel. Ooh, very exciting. Okay. Are you familiar? You probably are with Abraham Hicks. That is somebody who channels. Law of attraction is my thing. I love Esther Hicks. She channels Abraham. We're going to use Lightseer's Tarot. Okay, what are you wanting Katie to know? Katie wants to be able to speak for you, wants to know, allow you to speak your thoughts and your messages. Let's help Katie out. All right, let's find out. It's interesting to see Esther Hicks talks a little about in her first book, Ask If and It Is Given. That's the first one that she and her husband, she and Jerry Hicks wrote. She goes into a little bit about how this all happened and how it just sort of came to her. And it had a lot to do with being open and the meditation. I mean, I don't know enough to really tell you about it other than that. I don't know if that's helpful, but all righty, Katie, you are being guided. Your deity is pulling you along. It's just taking a while, but that's okay because you're building the skills. You're building the skills and you're being drawn. Look at this. Look at this. They're the birds, the crows. Look at, they're pulling the boat, and there's you standing on the boat, pulling forward. So it's like you both are working for the same goal. And you do need that extra plug-in into like the spiritual realm, because otherwise, you're having a hard time. You need to know what to recognize and how to make this grow. Your deity is also pulling toward you, and your deity is the one who's going to have the most impactful advice, guidance to get you all on the same page. Now let's find out what we have. That's our overseer. Oh boy, this is good. Okay, got the hermit. Remember what I just said about meditation and Esther Hicks? Ta-da! You need to be calm. We've got the hermit. Look at our hermit. You need to be able to listen. Obviously, that sounds kind of elementary, of course, but the more you practice this, the more you will hear. Does that make sense? So this is about being solitary, being open, to the information and to how it comes out. I mean, sometimes we have it set in our mind like, okay, if I lay down and do this, then I will say this and it'll feel like that. And I'll be able to say that, and we're so, just rigidly plugged into what we expect that we miss what's really happening because we're too focused on what we think we are expecting to see. That makes sense too? So this is saying, be open. Our high priestess, this is all about using your intuition. It's all about revealing secrets. I feel like you're on the cusp. You are on the cusp of something. This is coming. And the reason I also say that is here we have our 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is kind of like, don't repeat past mistakes. So, if things aren't working in the past, I'm talking about methods, like you might say, be doing some meditation. And you're like, well, that doesn't make sense because I'm already doing it. Well, do it differently. Keep exploring. Be open. You need to be able to walk away from what's not serving you. That doesn't mean walk away too soon before you realize if it's working or not or helping you evolve. But it means don't be so stuck and focused on one way that you can't move unless it happens that way. Does that make sense? So, again, our 10 of Swords tells me about being in charge, being in command. Sometimes, or swords, excuse me. Sometimes it's about ideas, not going well, being overburdened, overwrought, thinking too much. So don't allow that to happen. Again, when we pigeonhole ourselves and we are focusing, we forget, we don't see what else is going on around us. If we focus on what's not working, we will find more things that don't work. It's physics. It's the law of attraction. Look it up. Esther Hicks and about Abraham channeling. It's all about the law of attraction. I recommend getting that book if you haven't. But anyway, this is all about, not repeating past mistakes, being open to new things, and using your intuition. Yeah, I am not seeing other than that what to tell you. Let me pull an endgame because I would like to get a little more. That's what the deity is telling you, though, how to do it. It's like the formula to get in touch because your deity is trying to get in touch. Do you see? All right, let's do an endgame. Boom. Knight of Swords. Okay. So this is something you're going to have to continue to work at. Think about it. If you were trying to be a weightlifter, would you start out with 100 billion or 350 pound, weights? No. You, depending on your skill level, you'd start at 5 pounds. You start at 50 pounds, whatever. Same thing here. This is saying, develop your skills, pay attention. It's like building a muscle. Keep flexing your muscle. It grows. Keep doing your, whatever it is that works for you. If that's meditation, if that's deep thinking, if that's crystals, allow it some time and be open to other ways to try to make this happen. Ooh, this looks really good. And this, let's move those out of the way. This is the bum, bum, bum. Your deity's trying to come through. I think you're on the cusp of something. I think something's going to happen. I think you're going to start seeing like some success here. Yeah. Ooh. Katie, thank you so much for your donation. All righty. Well, good luck with that, too. I'm always working on it myself. I'm trying to get more, pick up on more, or at least understand how to recognize it, I've been working on that quite a bit. All righty. We have a donation, and this donation is from Liz. And let me see where your donation is. Or, your question. Here we go. Thank you, Night Reader, for grabbing that for me. You guys, make sure to all say hello to Night Reader in the chat. He's one of my moderators. He's kind of he's here every day, so he's like the he's like the head of the moderator club over on the MPT show. Anyway, and he is posting my link, my donation link. He also my link is also in there. If you'd like to become a priority question, you let me know. But right now we have Liz. Thank you for your donation, Liz. I would like to know what I can expect to happen this week. Ooh, okay. Well, we're going to use the Deviant Moon. What's going to happen this week for Liz? What is going to happen this week for Liz? What is going to happen this week? Okay, let's find out. I'm going to put out our energy. There's our spread. Okay. Our energy is Page of Pentacles energy. This is about hard work. This is about being productive. This also says that your routine might be changed a little bit. That might be a little difficult for you. Nobody likes to have their plans changed or their routine shaken up, but that might be something that you might want to look for and plow through. It's okay to reevaluate and make new plans, make new things happen or whatever it is. So that's not something to be concerned about. It's just to remind yourself that, it's okay if my routine gets a little messed up. Our Page of Pentacles pages are about new information. This page in particular, being Pentacles, is oftentimes about financial opportunities coming, skill development. So let's find out how that applies to the rest of our spread. Ooh, skill development And look at, we've got our magician. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right, let's move our energy over there so we don't get confused. Okay, Knight of Swords. So remember, our Page of Pentacles energy will apply to all of these. It's kind of the overseer. My Knight of Swords here. And again, Knights are all about action, change. A sword, the Knight of Swords is particularly action oriented, ready to get moving, ready to make things happen. Now, again, it sounds quite the opposite of our page, doesn't it? It's about moving slowly, about making things happen in a calculated way. Well, what this is telling me that this is, you're going to have an opportunity that you're going to be excited about something. Something is going to either pop, meaning you're getting good feedback or some positive signs, and you're going to get excited. That's fine. We love excitement. Feels good, doesn't it? Well, this card is saying, don't be so excited that you're like, ah, and then all of a sudden you're over here looking around. You can't find the excitement. You don't know where this opportunity is because you're so excited. You're running around like a chicken with your head cut off, blah, 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 all excited. Watch for that. So this week, watch your level of excitement in terms of action. Doesn't mean don't get excited. It just means think before you act. Page of Pentacles. So think before you act. The magician is saying that there is something really coming here. This is the manifester. He is the one who makes things happen. He is facing our Queen of Cups, and she is facing him. So this is all about creating close relationships. So what this is saying is something that you've been working on. And again, remember, this kind of pulls into all of our cards. Something that you have been working on is manifesting. It is coming. This is a skill development, though, so you can't rush in like a nutball. Ah, I'm so excited. You can't do that without thinking and planning, and you have that ability. Once you kind of calm that down, you do have the opportunity to create things, and it looks like you might be creating a new relationship, close relationships. So that could be a new relationship. That could be strengthening a relationship. I mean, if your cousin and you were best friends growing up and now you don't even talk, that might be like that. You see what I mean? So it could be something like that, or it could be like, your fabulous new person comes in and wants to sweep you off your feet, maybe. But this is where the seed is planted this week. So yeah, be excited. That's fine. Just don't go nutso. Go smooth and calm and keep working for it. Be calculated and walk slowly. Don't rush in like Knight of Swords. Yeah, that looks like a good week. I love it when there's advice, like solid, like do this, don't do that, or think about it, Love it, love it, love it. All right, Liz, I hope that helped, and thank you for your donation. That made Liz a priority question for those of you who are arriving here now. Liz bumped herself up to priority, which means she got her reading right away. That is done by leaving a donation. My moderators post the link frequently, and it's also in my description. So just to give you an update in case you're just getting here now. All righty, we have another donation. Let me go ahead and pull this up. All righty. Whoops. What am I doing? Who knows what I'm doing, right? I don't know. All right. See, my phone is... I think I should turn off alerts for other things so that way I don't get confused. All righty, Karen Q, thank you so much for your donation. Let's get to your reading. Let me find your question here. Yes, Night Reader, you're the head of the moderator club. Oh, boy. Oh, I do have another moderator here, too. Mary M., I'm so glad you're here. Mary M. does a great job, helps me out a lot, and she's always been a very great source of positive energy in the chat there. So welcome and thank you. Okay, Karen Q, thank you for your donation. My Scorpio, a birthday recently, has asked for a break. He's stressed, business, etc. Will he miss me in return for a committed relationship? Let's find out. We're going to use Zombie Tarot. Zombie tarot. That means he's a zombie, right? He's got business, stress. He feels like a zombie. He's asked for a break. How long have you and Scorpio been together? Have you, I'm going to look at the bottom here and see if there's any. Oh, good, Liz. I'm glad that you thought that was great advice. Good, 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 good. I'm glad. All right. Are you two, how long have you been together, Karen? Just curious, and we'll see what the cards say either way. It doesn't really matter, but I'm wondering if this is dating or if this is a long-term committed relationship. Okay. If you could answer that, wonderful. If you don't want to, that's fine too. So let's get to the cards. All right. Scorpio. Scorpio, what are you doing to Karen there? Okay, there's our energy. Here is our spread. Okay. Let's find out what our energy is first. Four of Hazards. That is Pentacles. Pentacles is the suit of time, money, energy. This is about clinging too tightly to what you have. This is about holding on and holding back. Wow. That is literally what you just described about what's going on with your Scorpio. So this is strong. It's coming through in the reading. It's the energy for the whole spread. He is feeling very stressed, and he's afraid that if he puts any more on his plate, that he's just not going to be able to do it. He's got to focus on what he's got. Let's find out what we have here, though, and see what else we can find out. All right. Oh, it's going to turn around. Yes, indeed, my dear. Okay. So this is our energy that applies to all of this. I think that makes that makes a lot of sense. I mean, we don't even need to read cards to know that, yeah, he's got this on his mind. He's feeling like he can't let go, meaning I can't focus on all this, so I need to something's got to give, you know. Here's where you were told that. This is our Page of Pentacles. This is new information. This is something coming along, and him saying, I need a break. I need to be able to focus, which is clearly what we just described. The nice thing though about the Page of Page of Pentacles is this is about somebody who's a very hard worker. This is somebody who makes financial opportunities happen, who manifests things. This is, you know, a great card that shows that he is a hard worker, and that this is likely very true. It does have something to do with work, everyday life. Is he losing? I don't know. Is something going on with his house? Does he have, you know, to find a new place to live? Is his mother sick? You know, there's so many things. I don't know what all is going on, but I see that it has something to do with daily life as opposed to an underlying problem between the two of you. Does that make sense? So that's good. I mean, it's not good to be stressed or have problems, but it's not something that, this is situational. That's where I'm going. Here is the sun. The sun. This is awesome. This is where you want to be. This is success. So this is going to end. His feeling of needing to keep all of this together is going to end. It will be, you know, bright and sunny, obviously the name, the sun, but look at in this deck, this is zombie tarot. So remember the theme, but also remember, guys, the images you see on these cards are symbolism. So it's not literal. Clearly, you know that. He's not going to ride up in a helicopter over zombies. But so always be remembering that this is symbolism. And so, you know, imagine being lifted up above the town with zombies. Now you're free and you're flying off into the sun, free, away from this work, away from feeling like this. So here's where he told you, here's where it's going to go away. And then this is going to give a new perspective on your relationship. So I think he's going to look at you differently once this stuff calms down. So I do believe he will miss you. Right now, I think he's focused. I mean, this is where he's focused. But he's going to change his mind. Our Hanged Man is looking at things in different lights, different perspective, looking at things from different angles. That's where you come in. Do you see? So this work stuff is going to die down. We've got some happiness, success, something to look forward to, and then looking at things differently. which would mean an opportunity to build a committed relationship. Let's do an endgame card. I want a little more, even though this looks really good. The looking in a different direction, I understand what that means, but I just want a little more. Let's find out from the bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands. Oh, yeah, this is happening. I think it is. Queen of Wands is the all-around awesome #1 woman. She can go to work. She's the CEO of the company. She's got friends. She's got family. She handles it all. She's the best. I mean, look at it. It's a zombie nurse. How much better can you get than a zombie nurse? So yes, so things are looking very good. Not at this moment, maybe, because got a lot going on, but I do think it's going to turn around. I think our Hanged Man is the clue to this whole reading. Hanged Man is going to see it different. Yeah. All right, Karen, I hope that helps. Thank you for the donation. All righty, we do have another donation. We've got another priority question. Oops. If I can get out of here, I will look. And I believe this is Aqua Leo. Aqua Leo, how are you? How are you doing? Let me see if I can find your question. Thank you so much for your donation. Yes, Aqua Leo, aren't those so cool? I love them. I love zombie stuff. Walking Dead, it used to be my favorite diehard show. And I kind of like meh after like season, I don't know, 8, 9, 10, I don't know. I don't even know where we are, but I was a diehard Daryl fan. Yeah, there we go. But I just kind of losing interest a little bit. I don't like the whole weird, like Rick's off of, well, hopefully everybody saw it or I'm blowing it. Anyway, let's not talk about that. My question is, L and G had an overview meeting today. I would like to know how they see me in the company. Ooh. Okay. So they had an overview meeting, meaning they were comparing notes. They are discussing the team and potential moves or whatever, is going to happen. All right. So when they discussed and compared notes. Now, G, I think, is doing much more in terms of positivity than L. And that we know from another reading Aqua Leo had. Aqua Leo is like the best worker ever. So if any of you have a business and need to hire somebody, you want Aqua Leo. All right, we're going to use Druidcraft today for this one. If I don't drop it, there we go. All right. How are you seeing Aqua Leo? Okay. Let's get an energy read, and then we'll get the reading. Okay. All right, what's our energy? 8 of Swords. Okay. That's still about kind of, again, I know this is really on your mind, and obviously I see why, and I give you great credit for being this dedicated and so forth. But I think, you're feeling a little bit more like kind of trapped by your thoughts, not sure what to do. Let's see how it plays out, though, because I don't believe you are the one with the blindfold. So let's just see how that energy ties in. I need a little bit more. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Aqua Leo, you're the only one who doesn't see it. Or maybe L. L is in there, too. I know L is kind of a butt. So your own thoughts trapping you, making you feel like I don't know what to do. Clearly, that makes sense with the question, and we already know this. So that's not news. But I'm wondering if one of them, my guess would be L, is not ready to see it yet. But G is saying we can count on Aqua Leo. Whatever it is that you do in terms of showing your worth there. We've got our Magician. That's about creating new things. This is about manifesting things. The 10 of Cups. This is about coming together and feeling comfortable and secure. Cups is the feeling or the suit of love and emotion. This is about stability, emotional well-being. Wow. And then here's our star. We get the star for you all the time. It is about hope, and it is about finding your way. It's about having enough. But what it's also about is recognition. It's about being noticed. The star lights the way and they see you, the recognition. Imagine somebody getting awarded a pin of valor, of a star, pinning it to your lapel if you're wearing a uniform, like military type of thing. You know, that's what that is. So I definitely think somebody was rooting for you in the meeting. I think somebody was like, I don't know, I don't see it yet. Probably Lisa, but feeling like you're not ready to make that move yet. But I think because G, I'm assuming G, now I don't know that, but because one of them, I'll say it that way, has very positive things to say about you, recognition. This is a great opportunity to move on in the company. But because G has said all these things, I do not think that L is completely on board, but she's reserving judgment. I don't see anything that says L is like, no, she's terrible. I think it's reserving judgment. So we're getting somewhere. It looks like we're really starting to at least calm down, right? We get the star for you all the time. I'm looking here at your comment. You don't get any feedback, though, from them. That sucks. Because how are you supposed to know? How are you supposed to grow? One thing I will say, believe you me, somebody, if you're doing something wrong, typically everybody can't wait to tell you about it, right? It's like you don't hear about the good things, but you hear about the bad things. You know, that's not uncommon. That's human nature. However, these people need a management class. Wait a minute. I wanted to pull an endgame card and I already scooped them all away. I didn't mean to, but it doesn't matter for this purpose. I want to see, give us a sum up. What's one final thing to take away? Boom. Oh my God. No, I didn't shuffle. That's why. Yeah, I put them on the bottom. I didn't mean to. Let me get rid of them. Those were our original cards. Holy cannoli, that scared me. I'm like, no way. Okay, now I removed those from the deck. Sorry about that. Let's do our end game. Boom. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. This is about somebody who has kind of the burden of success. This is about lightening your load. I think that L is a bully, and I think that G is not necessarily afraid, but I mean just like, let's make things happen here. Why doesn't Aquileo ever get feedback? Boom. 3 of Pentacles. Okay, people are watching you work. Look at the card, literally watching you. I think what I just said is maybe potentially applying here. People are always ready to, or easily can say what went wrong or what's not going right, but they have, it just doesn't occur. Now, here, I got an example. Imagine a restaurant where you had crappy food. You're going to tell everybody, oh my God, it was a terrible meal and this and that. Well, the same is true for when it's a good meal. You hardly ever mention that, right? I mean, if you talk to somebody about, hey, I went to this great restaurant. I mean, I realize, yes, sometimes that comes up, but bear with me here for the sake of the conversation. You know, it's so much easier to talk about what goes wrong than what goes right. So maybe that's a sign for you, Aquileo, you know? All right. Yeah, you get the star all the time, my dear. I'm telling you, you're the #1 employee. Swear to God, if I had a business, I don't even know what you do, but I would hire you. I don't even know what business I have. That's, I guess, not going to happen. But let's see. We have a donation from PG. Let's see if I can find that. There we go. I think this is it. Yep. All righty. Thank you so much, Patricia. Thank you for your donation. Let's find out what your question is. When is it in my best interest to start my own bookkeeping and accounting business? Ooh, the universe has put a stop to all my income for some reason, even though I am pushed into retirement. Oh, okay. Even though you've been pushed into retirement. I remember us talking about this. We're going to use today's journey. I want a little modern feel. When is it in my best interest to start your own bookkeeping accounting business? Oops, dropping everything. The universe has something better in store for you. You know what? The universe moves things around like a chessboard. People are put in your way or out of your way for your greatest good. And we do get in our own way sometimes. So we have to have trust. We have to have faith. We have to be an active participant. But at the same time, though, we have to allow good things to come to us. But the universe has a reason. There is a reason. I know you don't know it, and neither do I, of course, but you've been pushed into retirement. Can we start our own bookkeeping, accounting business now? Let's find out. Is now the time or another time? And then we'll see what's going on. All right, let's see what our energy is. 4 of fire, fire, heat, action, passion. This is wands. And guess what this says? This is success with more work that needs to be done. Starting a business, it will launch off and then you will continually need to grow it, to manage it. Obviously, you can imagine, I don't know if you've ever owned a business before, but even if you haven't, you can imagine all that goes in. It's not just like, people think, oh, you're the boss, you can do whatever you want. Actually, you work harder in a small business, especially. And then, doing bookkeeping and accounting, I'm sure obviously you're going to have busy times, tax time, so and stuff like that. So there's always going to be work to do. And I think it's always going to be popping. It's always going to be heated. This is about the success. Let's find out how it applies. Let us find out. Oh, big change. Okay. So, oh boy. Yeah, and yeah. Okay. So this is our energy. It applies to everything. It's kind of like the overseer. Here is the intervention. This is the tower. This is saying big change. The universe moved this out of the way because it's time to make a change. Time to make a change. This is your own business. So it removed the things that are in your way to do that. It removed it. It literally, like a chessboard, it said, get out of there because here's this. And it put it in there, right? So there's your change. There's being forced into retirement. Now here we have our youth of air. The youth of air is the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is somebody who's very action oriented. This is somebody who is very fast thinking. So this is about having that adrenaline. This is about saying, let's do it. But what the warning is make sure you're always planning. Don't just jump in out of pure excitement or pure fear that if I don't get it started, it's not going to work. Wait for the right time. Make sure things are going well. Plan it out. Clearly, this is something that you would think of logically, but this is to say, make sure you're thinking of it. Don't forget, because you're super excited. You'll be like, have a plan. Obviously you are left-brained. I mean, you do bookkeeping, so I'm sure would bet you're a more of a left-brain person. You could be both, right brain, left brain, but left brain is logic. There's where your math is. There's where your organization is. There's where your planning is. So this should be something that's right up your alley. So this is the little bit of advice. Make sure you plan. This is where you had your retirement. This is coming in. Again, there's the answer to your question about why did the universe do that? And then here we round it off with the Emperor. Guess what the Emperor does? He makes order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. So this is going to, obviously, the chaos, the income, the lack of a job, feeling let down because now you've been forced into retirement. You've been forced into it because you've got something great coming. This is like when the stupid boyfriend breaks up with you and you're like, oh man, it's so awesome. Why did I get broken up with? And then you meet some awesome person, after that. And guess what? That's why he broke up with you. It might have hurt in the moment, but if he were still there, you wouldn't have met the awesome guy. That's a silly example, but it still applies. So you be the 4 of fire. You go out there, you make it happen. It's looking good. Create order out of chaos. Just watch to have a plan. Just be thinking ahead. Watch to have a plan and be willing to be patient if it means getting things in order the correct way. Yeah, Patricia, looks good. Patricia says, it might be better to manifest the lottery. There you go. But see, that Knight of Swords was there. That would be like, I won. And you're so excited. And then you'd be out buying stuff and throwing all your money around. And then all of a sudden you turn around and you don't have any money. See? All righty. Let me see what we've got. I do hear another donation. Let me see. Let's see. Guys, I want to let you know, in case you're arriving here late, these were donation readings, but we have gone through all of the priority readings now, so I'm ready to get back to a free reading. We are near the end of the hour, so I do have to let you know that. If you would still like to guarantee a reading, I will stick around for all donations. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get a question here. Yum. I'm not okay. Let me see. What have you got for me, Night Reader? Alrighty. Who is this? Trey Briggs. How are you? I am in serious need of a personal reading. Could you help me out? Oh, yeah, I absolutely can. Perfect. See, it was meant to be. Meant to be. All right, honey, what is your question? I am not seeing it. You're lost and need answers. Oh, all right. Well, let's see what we can get for you. Now my chat just jumped all over the place. Here we go. What is your question, dear? Trey Briggs. Are you still here? That sounds pretty important. And I don't want to... All right, Trey Briggs, here we go. Thank you, Night Reader. I did not see it. Oh, and Trey, you just posted it too. I'm sorry, you both posted. Thank you. All right, Trey, let's see what's going on. I am a Leo male and interested in Virgo woman. Okay. Things recently started to change between us, and I would like to know if we're still on the same page. What is going on right now? Ooh, okay. Let's find out. We are going to use what? We are going to use, we're going to use light seers. That's what we need. We need to shed some light. All right. We're going to use light seers tarot. Leo, male. Leo. We got Leo the lion. We got a Virgo. Things recently started to change between us. I'd like to know if we're still on the same page. Okay. Let me give it another shuffle. Okay, let's get a general energy. I'm wanting to know if Virgo woman and Leo man are on the same page. Had a few changes lately. We need to know. All right, our general energy is rebirth. What? It's rebirth. It's being rejuvenated. It's being reborn. Whatever things are changing right now, there's something, you're being reborn. The relationship is being reborn. Let's find out how that applies. Let's see. Oh, yeah, honey. I think you are on the same page. I do. I think things are happening right now. Well, obviously, or you wouldn't ask the question. But I can see that in the cards. The Seven of Wands is all about growth and effort. And I feel like one of you, and probably her, has kind of just barricaded yourself off. Look at in the bubble, not wanting to see these wands, not wanting to deal with these wands. Our Seven of Wands is feeling about somebody that had their ideas attacked. That's the way to say it. If somebody's feeling like they're being attacked, meaning challenged, or this could be feeling that she's feeling that you're making her feel defensive about her ideas, her thoughts, her plans. A way to remedy that would be being here like our Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is always kind of, first of all, he wants to relax, take a step back. Don't bombard with, what's wrong? You okay? What's wrong? You okay? What can I do? What can I do? That pushes somebody away, pushes anybody away, especially somebody who wants to be in her bubble. Here's all the wands. Don't stick more wands in there at her or she's going to be upset. I do see things getting back to normal. We've got our 8 of Wands. This usually indicates speed, but this also means get ready for a change. It means that changing events are coming. Things are moving. Well, what's right next to it? Again, remember, our rebirth is applying to all of these. This is the overseer. This is the general energy. So to be reborn, that's coming. To be reborn means whatever you guys are not on the same page about, don't bombard her. She's feeling attacked or she's feeling like she has to defend herself. So I'm not saying sacrifice what you're saying or your point of view. I'm not saying that at all. But you gotta allow some time here. Let me see, you're saying communication is off and you started only texting her once every other day. Okay. Things are changing. I can see it. It's right there. And she's kind of put herself in a bubble. She has put herself in a bubble. Now, is this somebody you are just dating? Is this somebody that you've been talking with on, social media or a dating website? Things like that. Women, not all women. I can't speak for all women, but I am a woman. And I've been around for a while and I used to be a life coach. So, I've talked to a lot of women. A lot of times, well, especially with the dating website, women get a lot. And it's not all good. I'm not saying it like, yeah, we're so great. No, I'm saying that men have no problem sending pictures of their private areas. There, I said it nice. Night reader will be happy I did not say the word in my head. Those kinds of things, or bugging people like, hey, sexy, hey, it's like homework to delete the idiots. So, if you're dating, especially if you're on a dating website, it might just be, I need a break because I'm getting bombarded and now I don't want to date anybody. That's kind of what could be going on too. Now, I would say, I don't mean this to be manipulative, but this is the truth. This is called the game. And what the game is, that nobody realizes they're playing this game, by the way. But it happens to everybody and it happens all the time. And I'm sure once I tell you this, you'll be able to think of a time it happened. Do you ever notice the less attention you pay to something, the more you get? So like, for example, you're paying attention. I'm just making this up. You're paying attention to her. Hi, how are you doing? I love you. What's going on? What are you doing? What are you doing? And then all of a sudden you stop. And then she'll be like, hey, where'd that attention go? And now all of a sudden, if I told you right now, you cannot eat a piece of chocolate cake. Nope. Now all of a sudden you want a piece of chocolate cake, don't you? So you get what I'm saying, even though those examples were silly, but you get what I'm saying. Dating is a tricky thing. It's like a job it's a job in and of itself. All right, I see that you're commenting. Let me see. This is somebody you met on a dating website months ago. You were doing the boyfriend, girlfriend type of things, but it never took it to the next level because she said she needed some time. She got out of a 3 relationship in February and she was in an abusive relationship. Okay. Well, that makes sense then about being afraid. It might not have anything to do with you per se, like you, Trey. It could just be relationships in general. And if she's getting bombarded, maybe that's why our 8 of Wands is here. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Bombarded with all these other things. And that's pushing her away. Now, I would suggest, still keeping in touch because believe me, I am a girl. My daughter's 25 and she's dating on the website. So I know that I've dated on the website. So I'm speaking from a female perspective. I don't know everything, but I know some. And there is not, when you're feeling bombarded like this, you're just like, you know what? I'm not doing anything. Solve that problem, and then later after that calms down and you're feeling better, then you're like, oh, I wonder whatever happened to my Mr. Page of Cups, Mr. Trey. Don't go away. In terms of disappear, don't disappear, but give that space. And when you do text, when you do call, make it of something of substance. Like, what did you guys talk about? Do you have something that's important, like a favorite show? Oh, hey, I just wanted to let you know the other day, XYZ was on TV. It made me think of you. And don't be like too probing, too pushing. Don't be sneaky. Don't be trying to, use your psychology. I have a degree in psychology. I can talk to that. I can speak to that as well. Girls can see through a lot of those things. So, guys, I'm sure you can too. I don't mean to suggest you cannot, but girls will be like, oh, he's only saying that because he wants me to do this or that. Girls are ready for guys to be jerks. Sorry, it's true. And to some people more than others, but I'm seeing this coming back. Remember, this is the rebirth, the rejuvenation. It's feeling like, okay, things are right. She's in this bubble. She's getting bombarded potentially with things. But our Page of Cups is the new information, the new message for love. Cups is emotions, close relationships. So it's coming. And look at him sitting back. He's still watching, but he's just, look at the little love heart thing. Hands, love. Can you believe it? So yeah, she's an inconsistent texter, and I don't want to come off as needy or anything. I keep that balance. Exactly. You know exactly what to do. You are this Page of Cups. You know exactly what to do. That's literally what I was trying to describe, and you said it so much better than me. So yeah, in fact, I'm going to put that up for anybody else who needs to hear it. And somebody who starts off as an inconsistent texter is probably busy, probably has a lot of other people that are in the way, meaning she's tired of hearing it. If she's on online dating, trust me, I know this. I can tell you this from experience. So yeah, try to give her little bubble space. Don't go away though. Don't go away. And then say meaningful things, like, don't be smart ass about it. Like, well, I guess you're super busy, so maybe I'll talk to you next week. Don't say stuff like that, because guess what that's going to get you. Bye. Don't do it like that. Don't be like, wah, wah, poor me. People love, or women, I don't know, I can't speak for all women, but they do love confidence, not cockiness, confidence. So there you go. I hope that helped. I know that's hard, but you know exactly what's going on here. I do feel that she's entertaining other people, but I don't know how to take that. Let's do a throwdown, yes or no. All right. Is she dating other people? She certainly is getting the attention. That is for sure. So let's do the throwdown. Let me make sure. Yeah, I didn't. The ones are on the top. Yeah, I just want to make sure I didn't do like I did last time and stuck them on the bottom by accident. Okay, let's find out. Is she seeing somebody else? What's going on with that? I try to come off as the fun guy all the time and not someone that's all into his feelings. That's great, Trey. Make sure though that you show that you can express you can get deep, that you're also about building a relationship, and that doesn't mean like, hey, what color wallpaper do you want? Obviously that would scare somebody off. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Are things going to work out with Trey and person? I forget name, and Virgo, I think you said, but the World. All right, so this is about completion. This is about success. This is about the end of a journey. We want more. That looks good. Queen of Cups. This is for close relationships. This is close relationships. Now, again, guys, tarot, obviously the queen, and this is a woman here, doesn't have to be. Gender is not, the artist uses gender, but that it's interchangeable. So the Queen of Cups is applying to you. This is somebody who, the Queen of Cups is all about close relationships and managing those emotions for other people. But what the Queen of Cups is doing is she's going through her own emotions, little bit of a bumpy ride, because she's also so busy worrying about other people's emotions. This is you, my dear. This is you. But the Queen of Cups is for close relationships. So let's just do one more smackdown. Is this going to be a yes or a no? Are Trey and this person going to be together at some point? Oh my goodness, I picked the wrong deck up. I think I need a brain transplant. That was the bottom of the wrong deck. Okay, there we go. It's bottom of the card or deck. Yep. Do you guys all remember what I call the Knight of Cups? The Ooh La La card. This is about being swept off your feet. This is about romance. This is about successfully moving forward and sweeping one off their feet. So there you go. Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay, and I think you have your head on your shoulders. Use your psychology, but don't think you're slick where you're going to be like, I guess I don't want to see you. I'm busy. Like you think you're doing reverse psychology. We see through it. We see through it. Oh, well, good luck, Trey. I hope that goes well for you. I know that's hard. All right, so let us see what we've got. I thought I saw something coming in. It just takes a minute because my phone, it doesn't like me. And it's brand new. It's like 2 months old. I'm serious. All righty. I think I have caught up on donations. We've got Shafi here waiting for an hour, and I think that we'll do one last free one, and I will get Shafi S. Shafi S. Sarah, wait a minute. I'm seeing a donation from Sarah, but I don't have that. Let me look one more time, okay? I don't see that one, but I'm also, there's Aquilio. Oh, I'm so hungry. There's Patricia. I thought I heard something. Sarah donated. Okay, Sarah, I'm not getting it through. I'm just waiting for it to come through. I'm going to grab Shafi's question here, and then I will get to your donation, and I'm sure it'll arrive by then. It's not coming through, honey. I don't see anything. What am I doing? Oh, Shafi. Shafi S. Will he propose to you for marriage? Initial is M. M for marriage. M, M, M. Let's find out. We're going to use the deviant moon. And Shafi, who has been a very patient person and is coming and waiting and never getting her reading. It is random, guys. I don't even read the names when I choose. I don't. So it's not like I'm saying, ooh, I don't like that question. I'm not doing that. Donations do have to come first, though, and you all do have that option. But I realize that is not feasible for some people, or you just don't want to. And that's when, you got to bank on your luck. Yeah, I mean, you can only do so many readings in an hour, right, guys? And if you donate, you deserve to be a priority. So that's how come it works that way. That's the most fair. All righty. We are wondering for a marriage proposal for Shafi S. We need a marriage proposal. We're using the deviant moon. I think I might have said that, but I don't know. And there it is, Sarah. Yup, there it is, Sarah. It just came in. Okay, honey. Thank you so much. PayPal hates me, I swear. Or it's my phone, or both. Who knows? Who knows? All righty. Will he propose to you for marriage? I believe yes, but I do believe it's not right away, and it's not going to be without a little, I don't want to say confusion. I have a feeling you're not going to think it's happening. I don't think it's going to be easy breezy, like, oh, so it might not be obvious. But will he propose? I'm thinking it's looking very likely, very positive. We've got a lot of swords. The swords are telling us it's all about a new thought and an idea. Marriage, right? Our general energy is our 7 of swords. The 7 of swords is kind of about something being left behind. So again, we're using this for all of this. Now here's our world. The world is where you get your proposal. It's the end of a journey. It's a lesson that you have learned. But again, you got to leave something behind. You have to leave something behind to be able to receive this message. Here's you feeling like you have all these thoughts. You're wanting to, you're wanting a proposal. You want to move on with your life. You want to go to that next chapter, or maybe you're even getting people asking you what's going on, or whatever. That's how you're feeling right now. Maybe that focus is what's making you feel like you're being left behind. You're very hyper focused is what it might look like. Here we have our King of Swords. The King of Swords is all about somebody who is a real decision maker. This is the boss. This is a boss. This is somebody who's going to come in. These cards in the King of Swords are typically wearing armor and things because they're ready to go out there and kick some ass, right? So this, I don't know if M is like that. Is M like that? Maybe. So what this is telling me is your fears of being left behind. Perhaps your fear of not getting married. Maybe you're fearing never getting married. Those kinds of things. That's what's overshadowing the whole spread. So do you see what I'm talking about? When we focus on what we don't want, we get more of what we don't want. Like attracts like. Our thoughts are very much bringing things to you. Now, does that mean your thoughts are magic? Like you can say, I want a diamond ring and it'll suddenly be on your finger? No, but that means the situations, the feelings that you are wanting to attract to yourself. If you're constantly thinking about how you don't have that, you're going to have more reasons to not have it. Does that make sense? So you got to get out of your own way. You got to turn that over. You got to turn this sucker over too. You got to get out of your own way. This is where we're going. This is the good stuff. This is where it happens. And I believe this is probably him. I'm wondering if he's kind of a take charge kind of person. Take charge and be the boss and all that stuff. It's possible. It is possible for you, honey. But you got to get out of you got to get out of your own way, because that, he's going to come in here and he's not going to like that, perhaps. Or he's going to be, too overbearing, like, stop it. I don't know, but it's not good. So don't do that. Get out of your own head. Turn that over. Stop it. Going for the world. Imagine having this. And I think this is him. I think that's him. He'll make stuff happen once it's decided. But if he thinks you're wishy-washy or can't make a decision, or, you know what I mean? It's going to make him go, meh. See? Oh, well, Shafi, I hope that helped. So yeah, it looks possible. It just looks like you need to get out of your own way. You got to focus on some positivity. I know that's hard in the moment, especially when we're upset. So I'm not suggesting it's super easy. I know, but you got to try to find something to think about that's positive. Alrighty, I have another donation. What are you asking me, Shafi? What's the overall conclusion? You can have it if you get out of your own way. I mean, that's what's left to be seen. I mean, the universe and the energy can't read it if they don't know what your choice is going to be. What if nothing happens from this point? What's going to happen for Shafi? The devil. All right, you're stuck in this. You got to make a change in how you're thinking and approaching things. Yeah, you're going to be stuck in that. Yeah, and then we've got our Nine of Wands. Now, Nine of Wands is all about feeling kind of like you being resisted. Again, it's the devil. This is about resistance. Yeah. Thinking about it in your mind. Again, it's wands, growth, effort. You need to have that inner growth, which would mean what? It means letting go of those negative thoughts. Don't walk into it thinking it's going to fail. Don't be overthinking it like, I need to get married right now. I need to. You might be pushing it away and you didn't even realize it. Do you see? All right. Well, I hope that helps. All right, Sarah, thank you so much for your donation. I'm so sorry it wasn't coming through. Don't know why. It's probably my phone. So, Trey, I see you asked a question too. The answer to your question is yes. That is what I recommend. Let's see. Sarah, there you go. Thank you, Night Reader. What is Z, the Scorpio, feeling? What are Z's feelings toward you and the connection with me? I'm a Virgo. Ooh, we got another Scorpio and a Virgo. Scorpio, birthday's coming up. Virgo just had a birthday. We're in Libra country right now. I love Libra. You want to know why? Because I'm a Libra. Dun, dun, dun. All right, what are we going to use here, folks? We are going to use Crow Tarot. Crow Tarot. All right, thank you for your donation, Sarah. What is the Scorpio feeling toward you and the connection? All right, let us see. Scorpio, what are you feeling about Sarah? Scorpio and a Virgo. Connection. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Now this is our energy. Got our spread. Okay, so our energy for the spread is the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is a kind of the crying over spilled milk card. Excuse me. It's about sort of, looking at what you don't have instead of looking at what you do. So let's see how that influences our spread. That's the current energy of the moment. Okay, what have we got here? Ooh, we got Nope with the Page of Cups, so that's pretty good about your connection there. All right, so what have we got here? Starting first, we have our Eight of Pentacles. And our Eight of Pentacles is all about staying focused. It's all about paying attention to the details. I believe that this person is looking at you. Now, I don't know what kind of stage you are in your relationship at this point, if you've already connected, if you've already started building some things, but I believe that that connection is noticed, and it is possible if it's a new kind of thing. I do think it is coming, and it is building. Our Eight of Pentacles, that's all about kind of working, pay attention, your head down. Look at his head is literally down, and working on things. Noticed. Now we've got our Seven of Swords. Now this is about something being left behind. I don't know if you heard that last reading I was doing about leaving some of those attitudes behind, thoughts and things like that. That's the same thing here. It's about leaving some of that behind, some of your thoughts and attitudes. Let's find out more, and let's make it make some sense here. We've got our Page of Cups. Pages are all about new messages, new information. This is Cups. This is all about love and emotion. This is somebody who's kind of looking inward more than looking outward a lot of the time, which would make sense because if you're a newer, I don't know if you're new. Actually, let me look at the bottom. I don't know if you're in a new information, a new relationship. Couldn't think of the word. Or not, but right now trying to figure out things that are within Z's heart and head and working things out. That means you're involved, you're in the little cup, maybe you're the little fishy in there, you see, but staying kind of keeping it close to home. Okay, so let's see how our energy applies. Now remember, this is our crying over spilled milk. Are you seeing? Now we're looking at the question was, what is Z feeling toward you? Now, have you guys had an argument, or is there something? Wait a minute. What's all this? Daniela, thank you. You are out of here. Goodbye. Sorry about that, guys. Just saw that. That person is out of here. All right. Let's keep on moving. Sarah's answering me. That's what I was actually looking for. And then I saw all that ridiculousness. Sarah is saying that this is a new connection. Okay, that makes sense. Why we've got our Page of Cups, brand new information, brand new message. So I do think that this is very positive. Remember, crying over spilled milk. Did this person just break up with somebody? That's what's making sense right here. If that's the case, still kind of feeling a little bit, I don't want to say stuck in that mode, but still looking at it, still thinking about it, still trying to perhaps process it. I'm not seeing it, though, as a looking at going back to an ex or anything like that. He lost his wife in February. There you go. There you go. There it is. This is paying attention to the work, and I'm so sorry to hear that. That's awful. So there you go. And it's the overarching. Look at this. No wonder it's the overarching. It's because this is obviously very upsetting. A big piece of his life has gone. So yeah, that is still there, and that is still overshadowing things. But like I was saying, we've got our page. I think it's going very slow. I think that Z needs to kind of be in his own head and looking in his little cup with fish. And now you're in there, but he's trying just to keep it close. There's probably somebody, who has lost their wife, might be, even though perhaps they have given it a lot of thought and felt like they're ready to move on, and now they're interested in somebody, it probably stirs up some, feelings of loyalty. I mean, obviously this person is gone. It's not disloyal. However, you can imagine in that first, I mean, it's almost, I guess not almost a year, it'll be a year in February, but just dealing with those things and coming to terms with that. I mean, I don't know if you're the first person that Scorpio would be dating you or not, but this is what he's going through. Okay. He wants to get out there, but he's kind of stuck. Something has been taken away. The Seven of Swords, that's about something being taken away. So this is still very much part of the process. I do believe he's wanting to move on, wanting to make something happen. I don't think that's not possible, but I do think that, he is dealing with perhaps obviously the loss, looking at what's gone instead of looking at what's there, looking at the spilled cups instead of looking at what's there standing. I can imagine why. That's reasonable, right? He's been doing a lot of work. He's been trying to focus on the work. He's probably been, immersing himself in the work to distract himself. Feels like he is not being loyal to his wife's or the memory, that kind of a thing. But it is going to break through. I do think it will break through. I do believe there is a connection. That connection might be exactly what kind of set this off, which doesn't mean this is a deal breaker. It doesn't mean this isn't going to go away and that means nothing can happen now. But it does mean he's got to process all of that. This is very much still in there, even if it's kind of an unconscious thing. Like even if he couldn't verbalize it, like, oh, yeah, this is what I'm thinking and feeling. He might not be able to, might not even know it himself, but that's creeping through. But this is the good one. I mean, he needs to get through that. That's hard, but it's human, makes sense. This is the good one, though, in terms of you and your connection. I mean, it is there. It is there. He's just going to be by himself for a little while. Don't leave him, unless he wants space, then of course do that. Don't be a stalker. But, offering, subtle ways to let him know that you're there for him, allowing him that time to process things. Now, I'm not suggesting you aren't doing this. Of course, you might be, but continue to do that. We've got some positive things to look forward to. It's just going to take a bit. Still trying to work through that, honey. Yeah, which I think you're compassionate and I think you understand these things. I do feel that, you have the ability to perhaps add to his healing. Well, good luck. I hope that goes well. All righty, let me check here. I have another buzzing and beeping, but it's something else. It's from HelloFresh. It's an email. Have you guys tried HelloFresh? Oh, my, it's so good. Fresh food that you cook yourself, easy recipes. I don't get paid from them. I just like it. You're welcome, Sarah. Thank you for the donation, and I hope that helps. Ooh, right, and came in right now. My PayPal stinks. All righty, we do. We have a donation. I know this name, but I can't think of who you are. EQ. I don't even want to say I don't know because I do know. My brain just isn't working. Is it EQ? Is it freedom? I do think it is. So let me see. I'm going to look for your donation. Yes, please put your donation question in the chat. Write donation there so that I know it's you. Or you can write EQ. I think I know who you are, but my brain is, I don't even know. I have no excuse. I don't. I know your name. I recognize it. I know I should know it, but I just don't. Something happened the other day, and I thought, and I said something, and they're like, oh, yeah, look who I'm talking to. And I'm like, oh, thanks, but it's true. I can't really be upset. But I thought that was kind of a crappy way to say it. But, oh, yeah, Night Reader, you say you weren't quick enough. It's fine. That happens to me on your channel, too, when I'm trying to block somebody. Mustafa! Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Mustafa. How are you? Yes, I will always use your PayPal name, not your PayPal name, sorry, your YouTube name. I will use your YouTube name. I will say initials if that, because if you don't want me to, you guys can put it in the notes. And again, forgive me, my memory is so bad. It's not because I don't care. It's not because I don't, try to remember. It's just my brain. My brain. So Mustafa, I'm just looking for your question, and then we will get to that. Thank you so much for your donation. And while I have you here, I want to give, again, a big shout out to Mary M. and Night Reader Tarot doing such a great job in the chat there. Let us say, all right. Well, when Mustafa puts his question out there, I'm going to get to that. In the meantime, I'm going to show you a cool stone. This is called Protector Quartz. So this is clear quartz, and it has hematite running through it. It is definitely, this camera is not doing it justice. It is a gorgeous stone. There's some rainbows in there. But anyway, what this stone is for, hematite is, if you think of it, almost like our King of Swords armor. They used to use hematite in battle because they believed it was like armor and it would repel any negativity. It's going through the clear quartz. Clear quartz is an energy amplifier, so this is a protector stone. It is polished in the form of a palm stone too, so it's really cool to hold. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Thank you for your donation, honey, and it came in at the right time. I was just getting ready to wrap it up. All righty. I pursued Miriam for a year and spent thousands on her and was super kind, but didn't get her to move an inch. I am done with her, but I'm full of rage, heartbrokenness, and confusion. Why is she like this? Okay. All right. I try. There's blunt thoughts that are coming to mind that I want to say, but I won't because that would be inappropriate. Why is she like this? She doesn't deserve you, Mustafa. That's why. All right, we're going to use the Steampunk Tarot. It's making me mad, this Miriam. She doesn't deserve you. Whoa, look at that. I caught it. Wow, that was cool. Okay. Yeah. You're full of rage, heart. Yeah, I can understand why. Not only you've invested your time, your thoughts, your emotions, and your money. I mean, come on. And she was selfish and just continued to take your flattery and attention and boost her ego and then take your gifts. Who is this person? I would be, yeah, I can understand the disappointment, and you obviously thought this was somebody you wanted to be with. And what bigger disappointment than having it not work out? So I get it. I totally get it. But this person, let's see what the cards say. Try not to insert my own opinion. As you can tell, I have one. All righty. Our overall energy is the Ace of Swords. This is a new truth. The Ace of Swords. Look it, like you're holding up your sword. It's truth. It is new truth. Let's find out what's the new truth. Why is she like this? Why is she like this? I'll tell you right there, because she's selfish. Whoa. This is amazing. You are the King of Wands. She is like this because you are the one being stable, being kind, providing gifts. You are somebody she could always count on to be there. She wasn't ever concerned that you would leave because she thought you were her little puppy dog and would always follow her and give her gifts and hang on her every word. And like you're sitting there crying in your soup, new truth. That's how you are. But the other new truth is the Four of Pentacles. You know what? This card, if you only had to write one word on it to remember what it means, guess what it would be? Selfish. Selfish. She is selfish. That is why. And that's amazing. This matches exactly what I was saying or what I was feeling. I don't know if I said it all out loud. It was in my head, though. All right, so our Seven of Swords is our next one. This is about theft, sabotage, deception. This is the new truth. Is she also a liar? Is she also a liar? Well, if you don't know, she probably is. She also, I can tell you she is, because she lied to she kept dangling that little carrot in front of you so that you'd keep coming. Oh, come on, Mustafa. Oh, come on, Mustafa. I'm going to go out with you. I'm going to love you. I'm going to want you. Here's your carrot. Come on. How dare she use you? Yes. So, I mean, I can't even, that's exact. Pause the video, or not pause it, but look it up. Ace of Swords, look these up. These are like so clear. So she's selfish. She's probably lying about something. She was trying to, look at this. Look at what's right next to each other. The hand coming out of there. She's literally taking your money. Give me a gift. Give me that. Give me. No, and no. Goodbye to her. Get her out of there. She's out of my reading. She's not allowed to be in there. Here's you. You stand for truth. You stand for justice. You stand for communication and new opportunities. You are the King of Wands. The King of Wands is the king you want to be. He is the one who gets shit done. He is the one who everybody loves, who everybody listens to, who guides, who leads. He is the one that you want to be. So what this is saying is stop giving her any more emotional energy. You've given her too much. You don't have a time machine. You can't go back in time and undo any of that. You can't reclaim your year. You can't reclaim your money. You can't reclaim your feelings about this last year. But guess what you can do? You could start over with your new truth. Brand new opportunity to be authentically you, to find the right person who's not going to do any of this crap to you. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Oh my, Mustafa says, I come from a poor family and I worked all summer long to be able to She does not deserve you. No. And guess what you are taking away from this, my friend? A new truth. You learned something, didn't you? Now you know what to look for. Now you see some signs to recognize, to move forward. Now, does that mean you'll never have another relationship where it doesn't work, or that you might have perhaps made the wrong choices? Whatever. None of us can say we make the wrong choices, because guess what? Even those wrong choices help us learn, help us grow. In fact, it's the wrong choices that we remember the most of all. So what this is saying, I know you're full of rage, heartbrokenness, and being confused. Don't blame you. I had a relationship with someone. I'm not going to get into it because it's too long of a story, and I know you guys don't really care right at this moment. You're just wanting some tarot, of course, and we're focusing on Mustafa. But I had a similar, well, it's kind of like this, but after it was all said and done, I looked back and I saw everywhere where I was like, boy, why'd you do that? Or the places where I wanted to go and slap myself in the face to wake myself up. And at the end, all those emotions that I had put into it, I felt robbed. I felt stupid. I felt low self-esteem. It doesn't matter. Those feelings, they just made me feel worse. They just brought me down more. It's over. Turn the page. Don't let her live in your head anymore by going over it, by beating yourself up, by wishing it were different, by being angry. Now, I know you're human, so of course you're human. I know what you're talking about, Mustafa. You said entire year. Mine was just under 2 years. Just under 2 years. And I was, now looking back, I'm like, oh my God, that was so obvious, or what a dope I was, or whatever. Don't be so mean to yourself. Miriam's been mean to you. Why are you going to be mean to you too? Stop it. Don't do that. And screw her. Why is she going to be able to take more of your time and energy? No, that is not right. And you can stop it by letting it go. Close the door. And if she continues to call you, the minute you stop, Mustafa, the minute you stop paying her attention, it's most likely that's when she's going to start thinking about coming back. I don't know when you might not want to stop talking or whatever, but if you're still talking to her, get rid of her. You can't want to be with somebody more than they want to be with you. And Miriam, you suck. You suck. So there you go. So you are now reclaiming your time, your energy, and your money. You do not have a time machine. You cannot go back. So stop running over it in your mind. You're only hurting yourself. It's like she's standing next to you, invisible, poking you, going, hey, 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 hey. She's not there. Stop letting her. And take something and learn from this. Learn, at least then there's always a gold nugget. There's always a gold nugget, even in a sucky, shit-ass type of situation like this. Ooh, I'm getting mad. You can tell when I start swearing. I got to take my jacket off because I'm getting hot. Mustafa, I'm so sorry you're going through that, and I've been there where you are, and I mean it. I've been there, and I feel it for you. You do not deserve that. She does not deserve you. Stop letting her take up space in your head. Don't do it. You deserve more. Mustafa! Got me all hot and bothered here on the end. I stick up for my friends, guys. I definitely do. Yeah, Night Reader made a good point. When she runs out of money, she'll be there. Hi, what's up? Don't shut the window and never let it open again. Shut the door, never let it open. If she emails you, calls you, texts you, bye. Nope, shut the door. Because the minute you go, oh, I kind of feel bad. She said hello, she's being nice. And you respond, oh, I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Now the door is open. And here comes Miriam. Hi, where's my money? Hi, I want my attention. I want everything that you can give me because all I care about is me, 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 me. Ugh. Get rid of her. Get rid of her. Woo! Oh my goodness. Mustafa, I do care about you. I know I'm getting a little bit like, okay, you're thinking, all right, enough, thank you. So I will leave it there. You're going to be just fine. You are strong. You're going to be just fine, honey. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and wrap up the show. This was a great conversation here. I'm hoping that you all got something of it. I always know when it's other people's readings, it's kind of like, well, it's not mine. However, if you listen, sometimes a question appeals to you, or it's something that you might have wanted to ask, or it's something that might apply to you. So I'm hoping everybody got something out of it today. And I'm putting a bubble. Martin, you are still here. Good. Martin, I am putting a bubble around your seagull. Please put a bubble around Milo the kitty. All of you say a prayer for the seagull and for the lost cat. The seagull who's injured and a cat who ran away and is lost. We are always wanting to be helping our animal friends. They are much more in tune with us than you realize. All right, my friends. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to come back tomorrow. I'm here every day at 12 p.m. Central Time. I also want to remind you, if you have not already, please hit subscribe, hit that bell. I put a pick a card out almost every day. Today's pick a card was, will we get back together? Mustafa, I do not want you to look at this one because you are not getting back together with her. I hope not. Please. You're so much stronger than that. Anyway, my friends, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Take care.